Hey guys, I'm going to be introducing you to a new brand in this tutorial here, or at least a brand that's new to me. I'm sure some of you maybe have already checked it out, but it's Glam Couture Cosmetics. And I am trying several different shadows from that brand, and they are called HD Pigments. And these are the ones I'm going to be using for this look. This look actually incorporates on the inner part this yellow shade called Sunshine. And they are, while they're very colorful, they're also pretty sparkly too, so be aware of that. A red shade called Strawberries that's going to kind of go on the outer half of the lid. And then we're going to fade up with a pink shade called Crazy in Love, and it's kind of a bright magenta pink. And what's probably my star product in all of this that I have used in other ways before doing this tutorial, and I just love it so much. It's a pressed shadow in Night in Vegas, and it's a pretty black with some sparkle to it. We also use that as a liner in this look, and we're going to use some individual false lashes. So I'll walk you through everything from start to finish on the eyes, so stick around. Okay, the first thing I did was I applied my Blushes Shadow Magnet Primer there on my lid so the shadow will stick, and that's really important because we're dealing with loose pigments here. And then the first color I'm going to use is this HD pigment in Sunshine. I know it's really bright, but it's also pretty sparkly too, as with most of these that I'm using. So I'm going to take my small Low Cornell 1/4 inch brush, and I'm just going to get this. Oh, it might help to actually put some product on the brush first. Don't know why I thought I did that already. Okay. Pack it on, and we're just gonna apply that all over the inner half of the lid. And it is yellow, and so yellow is a little more difficult shade to build up, and just for the nature that it's a light color. And so you may want to go back to it a couple times and definitely do kind of a packing, oops, I got a lot extra on there, do kind of a packing motion with it, like you're patting it down, as opposed to back and forth, back and forth. This will keep it more contained to your lid rather than all over the place. Okay. So there you go. There's that part of it. And then if you want to go ahead and get this going a little bit under your eye, not only is there a lot of color to these shadows, but there's a lot of sparkle too. So think like special occasion, party, proms, you know, it would really be appropriate for that, and we're going to take care of some of the fallout there that kind of can rest on your cheek in a little bit here. But first I'm going to take a size up. I'm going to take the 3/8 brush here from Low Cornell, and I'm going to dip into this red shade, Strawberries, and I'm going to just tap a little bit into my lid there, and let's get that. Okay, and then kind of pack it into that brush. You can see it's kind of packed onto the tip there. And then I'm going to use that to just go outer half and crease and out. So crease and then just work it up like so. Okay. And you can see if you really try to blend out the border between yellow and red, when you mix yellow and red, you get orange. So you get kind of a nice fade effect going there. And then, just because I don't want the yellow to kind of disappear because it is a more subtle color and we're also using a little less of it, I'm going to go back again over that. And then I'm going to take the pink shade, which is called Crazy in Love, and it's like a bright kind of magenta pink. And using that same brush, and I don't really mind if the red and pink get a little mixed here because that is sort of the intention. Get a little bit of the pink kind of on the opposite side of the brush that I was using, and then work that up right here. Is this an everyday look? No. Is it a fun look? Yes. Okay, blend that up there, and then lightly, I'm going to take actually my chisel crease brush, which is from Glam Couture Cosmetics, and lightly get a little bit of that yellow on there, and that's going to actually become a highlight. It's so sparkly. But I mean, this is this is a characteristic of the look we're going for, so it's fine. And then I'm going to take my Glam Couture eyeshadow in Night in Vegas. So it's black, sparkly, but the sparkle really doesn't come off so much on this as it does in those loose pigments. And we're going to see how we've taken this. This is bright, and this we've added quite a bit of depth to. And that's kind of what makes it even a little bit more wearable. You know, you take it and instead of just seeing a bright color, you see some contouring and shading going on. So I'm going to take my fine crease brush that's available at CVS, the Essence of Beauty line, and just kind of start getting it down there in the crease. Just like so. Oops. Falling out of frame there. And just keep blending. I kind of forgot that I was even on camera there. Just keep blending. Blend onto the lid a little bit. Kind of like a sweeping down motion. Blend up into that color some more that you used. And you're just going to notice, I mean, it just has a real calming down effect on some of those colors, which can be kind of what you're going for. And now I'm going to take, I have a fan brush here, and this can be good for kind of sweeping off some of this glitter that might have rested elsewhere on your face. Another thing you can do is take kind of a translucent powder and go over it, and it can kind of sweep away with the powder too. So just a couple tips there if you encounter, you know, any sort of fallout with any shadow, especially glitter. Glitter is one of the easier things, I think, to wipe off than a straight colored pigment, because sometimes that can press into your skin and actually stay there longer. So just keep blending, buffing out the edge till we kind of get the matched effect on the other eye. And now we're going to move on to liner. I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay liquid liner in Blackest Black, and it's just going to be a matter of tracing the line, inner corner to outer corner. For our lower liner, we're going to use the Glam Couture eyeshadow, the dark stuff that we used to darken up the crease. I'm going to take my angle liner brush, just dip it in there to the shadow, and then basically just kind of connect to that line. This is a really rich shadow, so it's going to come off basically like a liner would, only just a little bit softer because it is that shadow consistency and not a, you know, creamy pencil. So just keep taking that liner just from inner corner and to the outer, or whichever way it suits you best. And you may be going over some of that yellow sparkle, so it'll kind of make an interesting effect there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes. Hold that for about 15 seconds. Then I'm going to apply some Rimmel mascara. It's the Sexy Curves Full Volume and Curve Mascara, and I'm not necessarily nuts about this particular mascara, but we are going to be adding some individual false lashes, and that will kind of perk up the look. You can see it's got sort of a flared out look there in the corner. That's what I'm going to show you how to do in a minute. Okay guys, now we're going to put on a few clusters. I think we're going to do 4 clusters of these false individual lashes. As you can see, they're not actually like one lash, but they're little chunks of, you know, little bundles of eyelashes. And it can be nice for a natural look. It does, for me, it takes a little more time because you know, you're just going back and forth to put them on instead of just one strip. However, you know, you are achieving a different look with just that flared out look at the end there. So you can kind of see what we're going for. It's a little more natural, and so yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to take one off here. I pulled it off of the thing, and you can see it's got that little bitty point to it. And then I just squeezed out some glue on a tissue here, and I'm just going to dip the end in there so that end becomes coated. Just about like that, okay? And so we're going to let that get a little bit tacky, just like we would if we were going to put the full strip on. You know, you got to wait and let it get a little more solidified so it'll actually stay where you place it. And so we're just going to wait here a little bit while that gets tacky. Okay, now you could use tweezers, but I'm just going to use my fingers actually and just get a decent grip on your little false lash and just place that right there on your lash line. And so you can see that little bead of white there, but that's actually going to dry clear, so don't freak out. It kind of helps because you can see where you just placed your last one, and you can kind of just create a little lineup of them there. So we've got one on. I'm going to repeat that same little procedure with 3 more of these, and then I'll return with the finished look. All right, guys, welcome back. This is our finished look here. You can probably see that the glue is still drying just a little bit, but I assure you it dries clear. You can see over on this side. You can't see it anymore. But basically, this turned out to be a little more wearable look than I thought it was going to be, and what I mainly credit that to is the fact that we incorporated a darker shade into this. And this looks kind of a wild darker shade, but that glitter really is not that intense, and it's really can be a rule of thumb with any really bright shadows you use. If you take something a little bit darker and work it into your crease and create sort of some depth there, I think you can make a lot of shades a little more wearable. So I hope you enjoyed this look, and I really hope you check out this brand because I mean, look at how much you're getting here. You're getting a lot of product. For the small amount we used, I mean, this will last for a really long time. So I really encourage you to look through those colors. Lots of different colors, neutral colors too. So oh, and on my lips, I put on my NYX round lip gloss in Amethyst. So that's another cheap product, and just kind of plays off of the pinks and warm reds coming off of, you know, kind of the top of this look here on our eyes. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and have a great day.